The purpose of this video is to explain how the Excel advising worksheet works. So the first thing you will notice is the concentrations, which are listed down along the bottom, starting with marketing, then entertainment studies, then sports management, international business, management, finance, and then business combined. As you'll note, as I've been flipping through here, this entire side never changes. And neither does this section up here. So what are these sections? This is going to be the college's core requirements. So you will note on here an FYS, 2 semesters of English and 2 semesters of a foreign language. How do we use this? When we complete a class, you put a 1 in there, and you also note the semester. So if you've completed it this semester, you would put FL 21 for fall 21. If you placed out, or let's say you placed out of English 101 and start just taking English 102, you can cross this out, and that gives you one more additional open elective. Same thing with if you placed out of the general language sequences, which are 101 and 102 or 201 and 202. Let's say you just placed into 301 in your modern foreign language. That means that you have an additional open elective from there. So that's how to deal with any classes that you've placed out of through CLEPS, AP, or just any other kind of testing. All right, down to the foundations areas. So these are your foundations classes that are generally completed in freshman and sophomore year. The different areas of your foundations courses are humanities, social science, natural science with a lab, fine arts, and quantitative skills. You'll see that 2 of these are captured classes, meaning that they fulfill the college's foundation level requirements and also fulfill the business core. The business core classes are Eco 105, Accounting 101, Eco 207, Business 246, 247, 250, 345, 366, and 460. So those courses are taken by all business majors regardless of your individual concentration. All right, please note, however, that you need to complete Eco 105 and Accounting 101, preferably in your freshman year. These other classes, the 200 level classes, are restricted to sophomores and above, 300 generally second semester sophomores or juniors and above, and then 460 seniors. So make sure that you also check the prereqs on any of those individual classes. All right, so what are these other humanities, natural science, fine arts, and what are these designations that we see under there? So a humanities class is any course in literature, history, religion, philosophy, or English that is designated with a foundations humanities designation. To see more about this, you can watch the videos from the registrar's office that discuss how to find humanities foundations and any other kind of foundations or connections courses. So same thing goes with natural science with a lab. Make sure it's designated foundations, natural science. Fine arts, you can find classes in arts, theater, music, lots of other kinds of things. For your connections classes down here, connections classes are also part of the college's overall core that's designed to make you a well-rounded individual. You will take 2 connections classes that build on the foundations that you've gained in your foundations classes. So your 2 connections classes, one must have a humanities designation and one must have a global designation. Taking one that has a global humanities designation is double dipping. So you would just need another one and any other connections course that you could get in there. In order to take a connections course, you must have completed your FYS and English 102. Make sure that your 2 connections classes are from different departments, and note that connections classes cannot count for major requirements, though they can fulfill a minor requirement. Your synthesis class can be completed beginning in your junior year after you've completed at least 3 of your 5 foundations classes, as well as 1 of your connections classes. And how do we understand these sections down here? So I said Eco 105, Accounting 101, and these classes up here are the business core. So then what changes based on your concentration? Well, that's going to be these sections down here. So if you're a marketing major, you can take any eco elective 200 and above, and then you take the marketing classes. So business 310, 370, 372, and your senior seminar 497, which is the marketing senior seminar. Note that for track option 4, though, you have a choice of one of these 3 classes. Any of these 3 classes will fulfill that same requirement. And you'll notice that this process works the same in all of the other concentrations. Any eco elective 200 and above, and then the music industry studies or entertainment studies core classes in there. Sports management, right? Eco elective 200 or above, and then you have your track classes in there. Now note for sports management, instead of having an options, it just lists options within the track. So track 1, you can take, or track option 1, you can take either business 210 or accounting 220. You can take either a general internship or a sports management focused internship. Okay? For the international business track, again, you have one either or that is just designated within that track. If we go over here for management, you have the stars, which means you can take one of these 3 courses. For finance, they're all laid out for you, sorry. For business combined, so you will notice that you still have that same track and then one global course. So you have a lot more flexibility as to what your global course is. You'll also notice that for the business co-major, you have a spot in here to put all of your co-majors requirements in here so that you can work just off of one advising worksheet.